Hey, what's up YouTube? You're watching Carry On Reading videos where I make reviews on urban fiction books, and in today's video, as requested by Eat My Cookie 125, we are talking about Diary of a Street Diva, written by the co-writers and also husband and wife Ashley and JaQuavis. Ashley is also the author that wrote Prada Plan. If you don't know about these authors, you need to Google them because together they've written some really good books. They are fantastic authors, and I got this book a while back, so I had to read it again after I saw your comment. I had to read it again and just refresh my memory because I've forgotten some bits of the story, so I had to read it again and just get my opinions about it up again and just remember what I found good, what I found bad about it. So I just had to read it again. It took 2 weeks because school and work have me in this bubble and I can't seem to do anything else, so that's what the only reason why it took this long. But I'm gonna summarize the story. I'm gonna talk a bit about the storyline. And the story is basically about a young woman named Remy. Her name is Remy. And the story is just pretty much about her life from beginning to end. It starts off, it's basically up and down, the up and downs of her life. It starts off, actually the book itself starts off with her husband. His name is C's. It starts off with him in her room, reminiscing over the good times, wishing she was still here. At first I was thinking, where is Remy? What, is she in a hospital? Is she dead? Like, where is she? So he's reminiscing. And he took her lie down on her bed and he touched her diary, which was underneath her pillow. So he got it out, and that's where the story begins. That's where we started reading the story of Remy's life through her husband's eyes. So basically, she didn't have a good childhood. But then again, none of the women in urban fiction books have a good childhood. But yeah, some of them actually do. But she basically had a rough childhood. Her mother left her with her dad and ran away, and her dad also wasn't the best father. He abused her sexually, so she ran away, and she basically all her life she's been taken into care homes from one to the other. So the last care home that she was in, she met a friend named Shay. At first they didn't get along, but later on she met Betty Letty. She was kind of like she was the person in the story where she basically taught her the ropes of how to do this and how to do that in the whole operation, because Khalifa, who she later on meets, is a drug lord. So she basically used to steal some of the dope, and she would sell it later on and try and make extra money. So unfortunately there was a camera in there, and the person monitoring it was Philly. I don't keep calling him Philly, and he saw her stealing it. So she got caught, and he decided to take her to Khalifa, who's in charge of the operation, and to be punished. But when she got there, he fell in love with her because she was beautiful. So in the story, she's beautiful. So he fell in love with her, and instead of punishing her, he decided to make her his woman. So she moved into the house, and that's where pretty much that's the good part. That's the good parts of her life, where she's living the lavish life. She's living in a big house. She gets to buy whatever she wants. She shops. She's living life because she's with this. She fell in love with Khalifa, who's like got this amount of money, like a great amount of money. So she was good until Khalifa got killed. Actually, that's where she also met C's, who later on becomes her husband. Met her there, but he never really spoke to her. He was kind of like a mini Khalifa. He was on his way up. So she basically met him there, but he didn't talk. He never spoke to her. He didn't say one or two words to her. Not even one. So they didn't really used to. I don't know why, but I think maybe it's because she was like kind of Khalifa's woman, so he didn't want to like go there, or maybe he just didn't care. He was just too busy trying to get money, so maybe that's why. But we don't really know why he never spoke to her. But yeah, so when Khalifa got killed by his rival, that's when things started going bad again. She was back to square one because the police took everything, Just checking if it's still recording. The police took everything. The banks were seized. She didn't. They basically took everything that Khalifa owned, all his money, his house, the cars, everything. So she was back to square one. In between, basically in the books, there's breaks because obviously we go back to the present. We're reading a story of her life, but we go back to the present. And in the present, Cease is on trial for the murder of Remy. He's being blamed for the murder because it was his gun and it was in his house. So he has to go to court and whatnot. And he has all these people testifying against him. Shay, for one, who said some horrible things about him to make it seem like he was the bad guy. Don't find out until later on how she really died, and I'm not going to say that bit. But anyway, this book is interesting. And normally I read my books again after, like, when I have nothing else to read, I read it again. But I think because this was underneath the boxes, so I couldn't find this book. Probably that's why I haven't read it again. But it is a good read. It is a good read, and I'm not surprised because, like I said, Ashley and JaQuavis have written some amazing books. In terms of the title, I personally wouldn't call Remy's character a street diva. I think the book should have been called something else. Street diva, because she, to me, and maybe it's just the way I interpret a street diva, but her character did not seem like a street diva to me. Just checking if it's recording. She didn't seem like a street diva to me because she didn't have enough control over her life to be a street diva. It's like she kind of reminded me like of a leaf. She kind of went wherever the wind blew her. That wherever life took her, that's where she went. The world was leading her life, and she was just following. If Doc didn't come into her life wasn't moving. If Khalifa didn't come into her life, she wasn't moving. If Cease didn't come into her life, she wasn't going anywhere. That's how it was. It's kind of like others was leading her life, and she was just following. So to me, that's not what a street diva is. I mean, Anari from Dirty Money, that's a street diva. Desire from Prada Plan, that's a street diva. Zaya from Supreme Clientele, which is another book written by them, she's a street diva. To me, that's what a street diva is. But unfortunately, Remy did not have like that female boss factor to be a street diva. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Eat my cookie 125. Let me know what you think, because I personally didn't think she was a street diva. I don't feel like she had that certain factor to be a street diva. But apart from that, this book is a good read, and I do recommend it. Check out their other books as well, because like I said, they've written some fantastic books as well. Follow them on Twitter. Check them out on Twitter. Google them. Follow me on Twitter as well. Check out my other Carry On Reading videos. Cookie 125. Comment. Let me know what you think about the books. Let me know what you think about what I was saying in terms of the title as well. What you think if Remy really is a street diva. Let me know what you think. Yeah. So until the next time you guys see me on your YouTube screen, you guys take care and stay blessed.